to another episode of the Convoluted podcast. It's your host, Jesus, aka Tyrant Dominus, here with Liz.
Hey!
And if it's your first time listening or watching, you can follow or subscribe. It's free, and you can always unfollow and unsubscribe. But we don't want you to do that because we're trying to get to 100 Spotify follows and to 500 YouTube subscribers. And if you're listening to any other podcast platform, we do appreciate that as well. But we're trying to hit that benchmark. We are nearly hitting our 6-year anniversary, and things are coming in the works. I know for sure me and Liz, these past 2 weeks have been really active on getting everything ready. Liz has a few updates and stuff like that, but those are going to be like bonus episodes. So if you want to get more content, there are bonus episodes coming along the way. We've been having new, basically concept shows that are going to be a little bit more edited, a little bit like higher quality. Not saying that this isn't high quality, but it's just Liz and me talking to shit about some stupid people in the world and things that are happening. So, but we do want to make some fun content that is a little bit more edited. It'll take a little bit more time, but I think you guys enjoy it. That's what's going to be on the subscription side of Spotify. So if you want more of that, look forward to that. But season 6 for sure is going to be wild and crazy with some of the some of the stuff we came up with. But like I said, it's all in the pre-production, and we are still putting out little bonus episodes here and there. They might not be as high end as we want them, but they will be nearing the next season, and then we're getting closer. But like I said, any other major life updates will be behind the paywall. Besides that, you can always enjoy us here on, if this is your first episode, like I said, we're just talking. Yeah, welcome. We actually have a new trailer. For anyone who wants to kind of showcase our show a little bit more, because we always say share the podcast on this, like any social medias, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, any clips and stuff like that. Go ahead and do it. Now we have a trailer that's going to come out on the same day this comes out. So it should be out today with this episode. Share the trailer. Let people know what the show is about and stuff like that. It's the easiest way to do it. It's like we had fun recording it, and it's simple. It's on Spotify and it's on YouTube, so you can share that video. It'll be a link down below to just let people know what the podcast is about. If anything, word of mouth is always the best way to do it. We really appreciate it. We are trying to get to that mark to help the show grow a little bit more. We do appreciate it. I think that's really it for the shilling. How have you been, Liz? How have you been?
It's been okay. I've been training and working with a new trainee. It's it has its ups and its downs. I mean, there's its perks and it's not its perks. So it's okay. I'm making it through. Next week will be another week of it. So I'm like, all right. At least I'm really prepared this time and not walking in like, hey, by the way, fuck.
Damn. Yeah, I just got news. Okay, so for the day of this,
happy birthday week, by the way. So
yes.
Remember, everybody, it was this birthday week. That's why we were off last weekend too for Mother's Day too.
Basically, yeah, my this week, the day of this recording is my last day of my vacation, so I'm back onto the grind again. But yeah, I had a hectic but fun week. It was my birthday week. I'll say I mean most of it.
It was a birthday week. Come on.
Birthday week.
Come on.
I got to actually take a true vacation, a real vacation. Not like
I was there to experience some of that, guys. Just so you know.
Yeah, like I said, we were hanging out a little bit more than we normally do. Well, yeah, we both had like a rough weeks and stuff like that. But yeah, we were hanging out a little bit more, trying to get stuff ready for the next season. Liz was trying to also let me know some of the stuff coming up, because like I said, like if anyone really wants to know what's really happening in the background, bonus episodes have a lot of information. 2023, as much as we're trying to make it, there's a lot of things happening, and we're trying to make it work. A lot of
chaos, but a lot of fun.
Exactly.
A lot of adventures.
But we're trying to make it work for you guys. But like I said, yeah, that's all. If you want to know more, that's that. But like I said, we're trying to make it work. So I used that time, plus Liz was hanging out with us a little bit more. Celebration too. You can't just we can't just have work. We have fun too. Like I said, it was my birthday. I survived another year, surprisingly. And It was fun. It was fun. Like I
Another
said,
Rocky 30? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
no, I've had a consistent 30. I'll say that consistent 30.
Okay.
Nothing too crazy. Nothing. I think it would. I've had a more mild 30 than most Americans. I'll go with that.
Mild
Um,
30s.
mild 30s. Yeah. So I'm pretty content where I am. With with the rest of people in my age bracket in America. We'll go with that.
Unlike me. Chaos. Chaos.
But yeah, it was fun. But like I said, I hope you guys celebrated Mother's Day. I had to celebrate Mother's Day twice. How was
Mexico's and original.
yeah? How did you guys do something fun for Mother's Day for you and your mom?
We did brunch. My older brother came up and we rebuilt. The reason why I was excited about Mother's Day. We're taking our mothers to Ireland next year, so
Ooh,
I'm excited I'm excited for the trip. I'm looking forward to it. We already have a wedding on the East Coast next year, so yep, I'm excited that we're planning that on top of that. So that'll be fun. I'm excited. I am looking forward to going home to the motherland because I'm mostly Irish.
did
we,
you
were,
did,
we were joking about that. I was telling somebody about it. It's like, oh, you're going home to the motherland pretty much. I'm like, yeah, in a way, yes.
nice. How'd you take? How surprised was she?
She's like, no, get out. You guys are joking, right? You're kidding, right?
Did you guys record it?
No, my sister was on my phone to look at it, so I wish that
Uh,
somebody else had it.
where's
So, but
Urs? She has her phone. Kids have phones these days.
I know Ursula was kind of, being, a moody preteen.
Mm, but I don't know. It's still like those kids want those moments, like all the surprise moments.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was
know.
a good one. I mean, I don't think it topped the grill, but it was up there, pretty sure.
Okay, okay, that's fun. That's fun. Okay. Anything else new?
Nope, just looking forward to the next couple months. We'll see some drastic changes coming up.
All right, guys. Like I said, more detailed information if you want. And if you're subscribed. Besides that, let's kind of jump into the stories. There are some wild ones, some weird ones, and boy,
We're gonna do a couple brief ones. We are honoring and wishing the dog who turned 31. Happy birthday to the doggo.
wait, how that
And
old for a dog?
31 years old in human years.
Oh yeah,
31. That's crazy. That's yeah. Obi, the purebred Rafael de Alentejo, who lives in rural Portugal, will celebrate his birthday in style.
holy
Yeah, he did his.
shit!
He put it himself in the
No.
Guinness World Records.
So what do you think the average lifespan of dogs are?
Anywhere between 12 to 15.
10 to 13,
10 to 13, okay.
depending on breed, but
Yeah, it depends on breed.
roughly 10 to 13. From PetMed.com. So boy, this dog doubled its lifespan. Someone needs to get that genetic code for that dog. They need to clone that dog.
I know, right? And another shout out to, actually, I should say Rip Wienermobile. Wienermobile! I remember singing your song, trying to audition to be the next Wiener kid. Of course, now it's Frank Mobile. I don't want to be a Frankie. I want to be a Wiener. Yes.
Bruh.
So, yes, people say rest in peace. We should have the sad sullen song to this.
Sorry, I'm just
Bruh.
something got broken on my thing. It's fine.
Oh.
That sucks, you know. Did they say a reason why they are canceling the Wienermobile?
Yeah, because I don't know, probably because it sounds derogatory and people are really offended. All right.
That sounds normal these days. Like, yeah, I always knew it as the Wienermobile growing up.
I know, me too. Oh, okay. That keeps going on why everything else, but they didn't give us. Why? Why? To pay homage to a new recipe for Oscar Mayer's 100% beef franks, which debuted nationwide this month.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh.
The new decals of Frank whistles, formerly Wiener whistles. See, I want a Wiener whistle now.
I used to have one of those.
I think I did too, but I don't know where it went to. Renamed a class of hot doggers, driving them known as Frankfurters. The rebrand is part of the Keep It Oscar campaign that began in 2021 as a turnaround strategy to grow and reinvigorate Oscar Mayer.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, that sucks. No.
Inflation isn't expected to impact hot dog sales like last summer, so
I don't.
we'll
Yeah,
see.
it's not gonna. Well, I don't know. There's been a lot of talk. Like, there's been the Bud Light situation, Miller Lite situation, and
Nah, it's not funny. I've got school.
so it's just people are just angry at almost anything these days.
I know.
It can be disappointed when they have to do marketing for certain things. This one's just for wording. It sounds like it's more of a wording issue, and they're trying to stay
Yeah,
away
they're
from.
trying to just reinvigorate it, and like, all right, I get it. I mean, you have to kind of rebrand sometimes too. Like a brand that's been around for so long. Like I said, it was 1936 for it, so like that's pretty long time that we've called it for 30, almost. Oh, I wish we had pushed it off to 100. 100 years of saying wiener.
Exactly.
I want a wiener.
Bruh.
So, all right, let's get to some more wild stories then. So, recently, there was a news story out in New York. And there has been an update, luckily, because sometimes you kind of we talk a lot of shit here, and we kind of speak our minds for the most part when Liz isn't fence sitting. So,
Bruh.
I'm always fence sitting. You guys, I see both sides of the story. Don't judge me.
until she's wrong about something, then she's apologetic.
I am. I could be very apologetic. I can at least acknowledge my wrongs.
Bruh.
So what happened was a New York City hospital worker accused of trying to take the bike from a black teen in viral video in the Bellevue Hospital now investigating. Here, do they have the clip? I'll look for the clip in a second so we can kind of listen to it. The New York City hospital worker has come under fire after a video went viral on social media showing her argue with teenagers outside her workplace. The video shows a woman scrubbed with an ID badge from Bellevue Hospital after she tried to allegedly take the city bike from the black teenager. City bikes are publicly available bikes that are left at the various docking stations throughout New York City for anyone to rent for a small fee. That's kind of cool. I think I've seen some of those in Portland. When I've been
actually,
there.
all over Tualatin, it's cool. I've heard people who have been on it. Of course, we'll post on Nextdoor, and my mom said when they first came out, this is about a couple years now, that they rented the bikes for about 2 hours and they spent $36, which isn't terrible getting from like a couple places. So
Exactly.
that's pretty cool.
And if you're just the thing is like nowadays, like some people don't have the space to actually, like someone said, like, why don't you just buy a bike? Some people don't have space to have a bike anymore, or don't like. I personally, I would like a bike. I have the space for a bike, but then I'm like, how much am I gonna utilize a bike? Like, I personally have no real reason to purchase a bike to just use it very little, So it's not worth the money to time ratio. I would like to have a bike, but then there's no reason for me to do it unless I have something to do with someone or something. And it's just like, it's so having these and these are mostly for just trying to get around towns, stuff like that. And that makes sense. It's cheaper than, it's cheaper than a taxi or an Uber. And if you know where you're going, quick and easy, and in less populated towns, or even more busy towns when you're just traffic's fucking crazy.
They when they dropped them, it was nice because our town is very a lot of things. There's a lot of places to go visit and see, a lot of nature parks and whatnot. So like to get from a lot of different places and a lot of great food, and not to deal with actually being sitting in a car. You can enjoy the beautiful weather, getting from point A to point B.
Let's see what else here. The video shows the women struggling to grab the bike handlebars from the teen who says she paid for the city bike. She shouts for help, and the teen tells her, "This is my bike. It's on my account." I probably need a better voice for that. I need some water here. Hopefully I can find the video. The woman is
I hope you can too.
Yeah, so I can play the audio for everyone. The video scene the video scene is seen. The woman is seen trying to grab the teen's phone, tell him not to touch her. He replies that she is the one touching him. The teen's friends ask that the woman to stop, and at one point she's looking at like she's sobbing, but the teen tells her, "You're not crying. How did you stop crying? Not a tear came out, miss." One of the teens say that when the woman abruptly stops her. I should be able to find a video. Let's see it. Oh, there's something in here. This is one of the newscasters said, a white woman caught on camera attempting to steal a city bike from a young black man in New York City. She grossly tried to weaponize her tears to paint this man as a threat. Crump wrote in the tweets shared Sunday night, "This is exactly the type of behavior that endangers so many black men in the past." So here's the thing. This is where it gets into this weird space. Like, you know, like we've talked about a lot of situations like this, like these Karens, basically. It gets really weird because there is an update to the story. Do you this is the first time you're really hearing about the story, right? Or have you or your circles have talked about this?
I've seen on TikTok this first part. I didn't see the update.
So just with this initial thought, what are your thoughts right now?
I thought it was, I agree with most of TikTok, like how she grossly this is how people get in trouble, like painting he said, she said kind of videos, and I think that's no, what's the word I want to use? It does misrepresent. I cannot speak today. Misrepresent people, and they can cause a lot of problems if you create this little harm story. And sometimes we don't realize that some of our actions have consequences.
True.
And lifetime consequences, not just short term.
All right, so I'm going to be playing the audio here. Let me link the audio so you can kind of. Have you heard the whole audio?
Yes, Facebook.
Okay.
I mean, not Facebook. TikTok.
So you don't want it? Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna play the audio.
You can do it.
Oh, you want me to send it to you? All right, I'm gonna send. I'll play it for the audience so you guys can kind of hear the situation.
The next one, they have it updated on there.
Yeah. We'll talk about the. But yeah, initially this is like we've talked about these things. It gets crazy. So here we go.
Record him. Help me! Please help me! This is not your bike. Please help me! This is not your bike. This is not your bike. Please help me! Help! Please get off me! What the fuck is going on, bro?
So just at the 13-second mark, she's yelling for help as these two people are just yelling at each other. One person has a phone. So, and then let's continue.
Yo, don't not take it, bro. Now you're not getting the bike, bro. Yeah, now you're not getting the bike, bro. Help! You're not getting the bike. I'm not. Why you took his phone? What's wrong?
So at around the 22nd to 24-second mark, he takes his phone like that. That at that point, you know, like really, you like you're fighting over a scooter. It's. I understand. Like she probably got off a long shift, trying to get home or whatever. But and she's screaming for help, and it can get very divisive on the streets. So let's continue.
You're not touching his phone. You're not touching his phone. I'm not touching you. You put it.
She's talking about hurting her fetus. Now, whether this is true or not, some people just say shit sometimes. Because there was a video.
Apparently, she is.
Okay.
According to the next article.
You're going up ahead. Okay, she wants to have.
I'm just making sure.
she's not getting anything wrong. She doesn't want to be offended and like she gets the wrong thing. She's already been.
I went across the wrong road.
She's already offended hundreds of people already. So.
Your stomach on my hand.
My dude, stop. No. My dude, stop. No. I said no. I said sit down.
Please.
She's just crying.
You're not crying.
Now she's fake crying at this point.
I got your video. Wait, you pulled it out? Hey, Hassan, you pulled it out? Hassan, you pulled it out?
This is my bike. It's on my account. Please move.
All right, so why don't we reset the bike?
I'm not resetting the bike.
It's his.
I'm gonna pull it out on your account.
You're an actor.
I don't give a fuck.
This is my bike. Crying. She's fake crying. Stop fake crying.
Hey, stop touching me. I don't touch you.
Hold up.
So at this point, she's just fake crying. And from what I'm seeing in the video, she's just they're arguing, a bunch of bystanders not getting involved.
Hey, stop touching me. Stop touching me.
Why don't we take this bike?
Stop touching me.
I will.
Exactly. So take it.
Fuck out of here.
So take it.
You're stupid ass. Fuck out of here. Dumbass. Your baby gonna come out with
Wait, how you stop crying?
And then they tell her, just take the bike next to the one you're fighting over. Like you're it's like two kids fighting over a single toy. Like there's
No, it really does sound like it,
like
doesn't it?
there's another bike right next door. Just grab it.
They think she already started this game.
Not a tear came down, miss.
So she already started the process of getting that bike at that moment in time. I'll read the article.
Oh yeah, Liz is trying to protect
Give me
herself.
facts.
She doesn't want to be wrong. Said so many people are out to get her already. Okay, so that's kind of it. That's kind of really it. So continue on. So Liz, continue with the rest of the story then.
Okay, so the New York City hospital Karen paid for a CTI bike at the center of the viral fight with the black man lawyer. The lawyer of the Manhattan hospital worker accused taking a CTI bike from a young black man, which claimed that he paid for the two-wheeler, provided receipts that he says shows that she was the one who purchased the ride at the center of the viral accident. The Bellevue Hospital employee who was branded as a Karen on his social media afterward rented a bike first, lawyer Justin Marino said in the statement to the Post Wednesday. He also provided two CTI bike receipts from May 12th, which was time-tapped just minutes apart. The first receipt received by the Post shows the bike being taken out before it was relocked 1 minute later, which Marino said this is the bike seen in the video. A second receipt shows another bike being taken out a minute later from the same docking station, and the bike Marino said his client used to get home after being heckled and pressured to find a new bike by the group. A hospital employee who Marino says is a 6 months pregnant physician assistant was placed on leave by New York City Health and Hospitals this week after her heated encounter with a man emerged online Saturday and has been viewed tens of millions of times. Marino said the caught on tape interaction incomplete and lacking facts. He said that after the healthcare workers wrapped up her 12-hour shift, she got up on an available bike, which no individual was on or touching, and paid it through the CTI bike app on her phone. As she packed it up from the docking station, a group of 5 people approached her and claimed the bike was theirs. She said one of them or more individuals in that group physically pushed her bike, which her on it, backing into the docking station, causing it to relock. Marino said in the witness statement. One of the individuals then covered the bike's QR code, stopping her from paying for it again so she could leave, Marino said. At that point, when you're at that point where it's already locked, you might as well just walk away and grab another bike.
Yeah, here's the thing. Okay, so at this point, there's a lot of argument happening. I think for this instance, I think she went way too far.
Yes.
Like there's a moment where you just got to be an adult and not be yelling, help, screaming it out like she's being attacked. Like you could just have been adult, like, hey, I paid. Hey, excuse me, I paid for this one. Like, oh no, I paid for this one. Like, oh here, I got my receipt. Like a simple interaction. Depending on situation, some people are just unreasonable people, and you just get into those scuffles. But sometimes you'll be surprised, people out there. There are some reasonable people. Yeah, you can talk things out with. It's I know it's surprising, right? But I think she just escalated the situation more than she needed to. I understand she got off. Was it a 10-hour shift or something?
12-hour.
12-hour
Nurses
shift.
do 12 hours.
12-hour shift. I understand she's kind of spent, done, and everything. But
Especially if it's overnight, you're very well spent. Just trust me, I've been down that road. Even in my 10 hours, I'm like, oh no.
but there's still a moment where you can really get into some weird situation. Because now it's involving lawyers and stuff like that and things. So we'll let them handle it. But just the situation alone, I think she overall just went a little too far.
As soon as it locked, she should have just walked away and grabbed another bike. Plain and
Exactly.
simple.
Just not escalated, because at this point, I think, did the article say what's currently happened to her? Because I remember hearing she's on leave.
Yeah, she's on leave, and yeah, basically, it's just they're talking about the story, what's going through the story. Social media users called the interaction racist, while others compared the situation when Amy Cooper called the police on a black birdwatcher in 2020 and lost her job over it. The NYPD said they did not receive any 911 calls over this incident. And Marino said his client is a dedicated hospital worker who has treated literally thousands of New York City residents of all backgrounds and ethnicities. Simply, her entire life has been focused on helping others in retrospect of background, Marino said.
So yeah, this is the other thing. This is when you start getting work involved and stuff like that. You got to be really careful. Where you can get, she just basically put a bad light on her job, and they have to and people now have to, like, they go after your work. Then after that, like they say, like, oh, look what we found, and then they like, oh, we can't have this person working for us. And then they normally do get fired in this day and age, because like we can't have that shine in our workplace. It's just gonna affect us. People aren't gonna contribute or anything. It just hurts them. And then it's just like, we're sorry. You might have been a good worker. We know that you're a good person in some facet of your existence, but this moment painted a really bad light, and you kind of fucked yourself over. And more than likely she's gonna get her job back. It just, in the court, this is where it is. We're in the court of public opinion, in the court of public opinion, people, you're now seen in a horrible light. You are just this horrible person. Like, and most of the time, sometimes in the court of public opinion, that's kind of what rules. And you kind of fucked up. We've seen it time and time again. Like, there's probably moments, if people are like want to waste their time, they can get us in trouble for anything we've said, even though most of them are jokes. Mostly some of our early stuff. That's the thing, is like things that people dig up
in the past could even bring us back to like retribution. They wanted to.
Yeah, people always dig up anything. You'll just dig through all our old episodes or dig into our old social medias and like, look what this person said. And like, people forget that people grow.
Did MySpace? I think I was more blasphemous over on MySpace.
You'll be if you were that kind of person on MySpace, be happy that MySpace had to accidentally deleted almost everything. Like, they deleted 90% of all their stuff. Yeah, so look at that. Liz,
I don't think I was that bad back in the night when they got it. So I think I'm ahead.
She's just really pleased that all her horribleness is not going to be.
Yes, guys, I'm sorry. Doggone. I had to delete it back in 2000. What was it? 2007. Right? Yeah, about 2007, 2008. Yeah, 2007. That sounds about right. Yeah, because I had somebody harassing me. They were creating MySpace accounts after MySpace account, even though I can block them. They just delete it and we start all over again. Oh,
I'm trying to look.
It sucks.
You did not have a good MySpace? I had a wildly great MySpace appearance back in 2016.
I had a great appearance. Mine was amazing, but because I was dating somebody harassed me.
Oh, so. Yeah, that's normal.
And that's a funny part of that story, is that person, I think, wind up. I want to say it was that person supposedly had a child with this the person I was dating, and wound up being not their child.
Dun
DNA
dun
proved
dun.
otherwise.
Wait, where is it? So okay, so basically, when did you lose or delete your account?
MySpace was about 2006 2007, 2008, somewhere around that range. I can't remember because
Okay.
it. My 18 to 21 year old was kind of a blur and a lot of fun.
So if there was any semblance of your account to left over, because even if you like, some people, if you still
I
delete
know I
your account,
deleted it though.
some places you
So.
can't delete it. Like Facebook won't ever delete your account. Like Facebook, if you can't delete your account. You can only deactivate.
Oh wait, who's deleting Twitter? Is it Twitter or Instagram that's starting to delete like spaces of people who had died?
Twitter's
Twitter,
all.
okay. I
Twitter-
couldn't remember if it was who it was, but I remember that popping up. I was like, oh man, people are gonna be pissed. And
Oh
there were a
no,
lot of
people already
uproaring on it.
Twitter is just a whole mess of its own. That can be its own episode alone of what's happening on that cesspool. But yeah, if there was any semblance of any content that you had up there, be happy. In 2016, like 90% of their stuff got deleted from their servers. So
I don't even remember what song I had. I don't even remember the background I had. I think that's what I think I remember about MySpace is like being creative and being able to put backgrounds and codes into it. And I think that was kind of the early days when we started learning coding too, in a way. Just like now it's Minecraft, right? So
I think that was the best part about some social media is that the ability to more visually visualize your personality, who you were, and that's what made Facebook unique in a sense, because a lot of places try to copy it, because in early YouTube you could customize your background as well and things like that. And I remember I went through like I think 1 or 2 backgrounds a week or a month, a week, just because I always found a new one that I really liked. And do you remember when you had to do your like top 5 or top 10 and people
yeah. I was like, oh shit. I think I left him in his family because I like, at least I can't get in trouble when it's family.
And then like you gotta like, oh shit, do you? And some people you want to be part of my top 5 or top 10? Like I'm like so much. That I think that's where you miss some of the things. Luckily nowadays, people just have people can make their own website and stuff like that. There's not going to an ad about websites. Actually, I've been working on a website for the podcast too, just to kind of make it nice and clean and stuff like that. To have it all in one spot. I'll show you the what I have later when it's more cleaned up a little bit. But yeah, the thing about what were we talking about? Fuck, we tangent off really bad.
Sorry, I don't even remember anymore.
Anyway, yeah, going back to just like how you present yourself and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's right.
So the thing is, I think we can both agree she went way overboard. Mm-hmm. And saying way overboard for that situation is a lot. Because that situation skewed a lot. Like you're caught on camera, you've purposely fake cried. You can't deny that. She's like trying.
Oh, yeah, that was fake crying, 100%. Like I looked at it, I'm like, that's like as that was just my kid. I know when she fake cries too. I'm like that was a childish encounter, and it's costing her pay, basically. Possibly her job and her pay. Yep. And she's 6 months pregnant. I'm assuming she really doesn't have a long maternity leave. Most hospitals do not leave you with a lot of maternity leave. I was hearing a lot of because there's a couple people who've been pregnant in the hospital I work, and they were like asking for hours. Hey, can I have some hours if you have some to loan? But of course, there's a stipulation. You have to have so many hours of your own, and then whatever excess you have after that to give off to somebody.
Oh, interesting. So yeah, so there's that. It's just like you. So what are your thoughts? How would you have handled that situation?
Honestly, if it was me, if they were trying and they already locked it in place, I'd be backing up and just wait until they bypass and grab the next one. Not worth fighting.
Yeah, I can. Okay, so she is in
I just
some.
don't have I don't have confrontation of like things like I don't.
I just don't want to deal with it. You know, there's so much more that's worth fighting for than a scooter or a bike. Like I understand she was technically, as far as the receipts, and like I said, the lawyers are getting involved. As long as as far as the receipts are right, she was technically in the right. It just got locked and it got like reset. So, but it was literally a 1 minute like fiasco that escalated, and now it's fucked over your life. Like it could have just been like, oh, I apologize, I'm sorry. Here, show the QR code. Everything simple. Like nope, it just escalates to something you want, and you kind of just fucked over your own life. And people just got to really be careful and remember that that's kind of how the way the world works, you know.
Exactly.
So, all right, let's jump into the next story.
You want to go into the scandal?
Which one?
Springer.
Oh, here we gotta wait, give me a moment, everyone.
Oh, that article. That does.
Okay, guys, we are back. So, recently, I think we forgot to mention. Did we talk about that Jerry Springer recent pass?
No, we did not talk about Jerry Springer who passed away. I think it was one of our. I think we need to start adding like the little tidbits at the top before we get into.
We need to work on. I think that's one of the other things we're gonna work on is a better docket to kind of like these are the points we need to hit. But yeah, like recently, Jerry Springer passed away. And I grew up watching Jerry Springer. I think we all did.
I think we all did. At 90s kids, all of us did. We, you're homesick. There's nothing on TV except for like soap operas and of course drama TV like Jerry Springer. That shit was bomb. I waited till my father walked out the door when he had to go to the wherever he was going at the time. I have to go to the store. I have to go and do the department run. Bye.
So yeah, so anyone who kind of grew up in the early 80s, late 80s, early 90s, for sure was like peak.
Oh, we're still on during the 2000s. So
True, but it got a little tamer as the years went on.
Maybe.
But it was wild and everything. So we do sadly the passing. It's been a little bit, but we do. He was an interesting man. I did not know he was a politician. I did not know he was a politician.
Yeah, I read that and I was like, "What? This is very 180 from what you." But then again, politics is gonna be a show too.
I know, right? But apparently, during the will reading, something happened. All right, let's play the article here, or play the video.
I can't. I'm not ready for this.
Okay, it's recording.
Goodness, I got nervous all of a sudden.
I can stop it.
No, keep rolling. I can't be more nervous than my girls will be when they watch this. So, girls, I thought
just so yeah, these. You know what's interesting is these day and age you can do video recording instead of just your traditional. Because you still have to do a document.
I'll do that. Creepy old everybody.
You know what? You know what's funny? Actually, I have a YouTube video like set to the like a date in the future. So if I pass away or anything, there's a random video that will play because if I forget. So look forward to that.
What?
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna pass before you, but you just okay.
You did. In this day and age, you just I don't know. Look at the world right now. I can pass away after I upload this video. But yeah, I have a video like set 10 years into the future just to have a check mark. But I changed it. It was set for 2020. Yeah, I set it for 2020 and like, oh, I survived. So I just rechanged the date to schedule for another 10 years. And just just to have a random weird video just in case. You just never know. And it'll be fun. We might, that'd be a fun idea is having a podcast episode just set for the future.
Hell yeah.
Or have some
That's a future plan.
or just have some recordings and just like set them for every every year. Just have one weird one. It's like we're dead. You're listening to 2 dead podcasts. All right, let's continue.
I'd know what to say by now, but the truth is, I don't. If I know anything, I know you two've been fighting, probably moments before you hit play, but seriously, girls, if you're watching this, then I know that I've been the cause of more than a few fights recently. Megan, look at me, sweetie. Jordan, Megan, I know I wasn't the best father, not even the best example of a man for the two of you, and there's nothing I can do now to change that. I know that. But I do want to try to make right what I can. John and Misha, I know you don't know me, but I hope by the end of this, you'll know why I did what I did and why I've done what I've done.
Okay, so right there at that moment, okay, we're stopping and pausing to kind of discuss. So, yeah, here the weird thing is like you get into this Zoom call, right? We'll say it's Zoom. Like we do stuff over Discord, but I think we've gone through all these different like Skype, Zoom, Discord, TeamSpeak, all these weird things, and getting into a Zoom call with 2 other random, maybe they knew beforehand. You never know. There's probably been talks in the background. You never know. But getting to the Zoom call is just like, who are these people? You know, like that's like, what's happening?
I know, right? And they're gonna reveal John and Misha. Is that the 2 kids' names?
I can rewind a little bit.
I think so. I heard it's John and Misha. Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, why I did what I did and why I've done what I've done. Where do I even begin? Well, first off,
that's a real question.
I know you've been wondering why your mother has been left out of all this. The reality is, this is what she wanted. And I don't know what all she shared with you, but I hope you're open to hearing me. And believing me when I say she chose this.
Okay, so the mom...
She chose this. Huh? The mom of the 2 other ones or the 2 secret kids?
I'm guessing the secret kids. I wonder if she just wanted like, hey, I don't want you in their lives. And they look like are they roughly around maybe a little younger than his current kids? Actually,
Can't tell. I don't know if they're older or if they're younger.
well, I'll look it up later.
Yeah.
Well, really, I put her in an awful position, and then she did the same to me. Shortly after you were born, Jordan, I met and fell in love with another woman. And I had a child with her a year later.
Oh.
This was obviously very painful for your mother. It was painful for me.
Scandalous. So
I found myself feeling...
So a year after his first kid was born? I'm just kind of speculating here.
Yeah, Jordan. Basically, Jordan was born, and then he fell in love with another woman.
Had a kid.
And had Gordon. Gordon?
The dude.
Gordon?
The dude. We'll say the dude.
Okay.
Yeah. For now, as far as we're speculating. So let's continue. So I'm guessing she's the older daughter, the one who's like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, no, it's my mouse.
It's your mouse.
I'd never felt for someone I would have never imagined. It was confusing and complicated. And I shared all this with your mother. She tried forgiving me, but she just couldn't do it. More than forgiving me, Joan couldn't bear the shame of divorce.
Well, how old are they? Because I'm trying to think of the year. Like, divorce was pretty spicy even back then. Like, getting divorced was like really serious. Mostly in the entertainment industry, because he was still a politician.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He was a politician / a entertainer. We don't know the time frame, but being in that space and having eyes on you like that's a lot.
Or outside children. So she forbade me from seeing that woman and our child again.
Oh.
And I did what she told me for as long as I could.
So his wife forbid him from seeing his, we'll say his lover.
Mistress.
Mistress?
Oh
There you
yeah,
go.
lover, whatever.
Uh,
Lover. I guess that's more appropriate because he fell in love with her.
Yeah. Her lover and we'll say son because that's as far as we know. From seeing them. Okay.
But no matter how hard I tried, I could not stay away from Melinda.
Oh.
John, Misha.
John.
I am so... There's nothing...
Oh, he's hearing this too.
I loved your... John, Misha, I did a terrible, terrible thing.
Oh, she walked away.
Misha's walking away. Damn.
So
I'm just shocked too.
So they're hearing that his wife denied them a chance to have a dad. This is just kind of us talking as we're talking about this.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that one.
Yeah. Because it's not, the thing is, like, I think this, like, the current time and frame we're living is, like, it's not impossible to have. There's a lot of people with multiple parents, like, different dads, moms, stuff, like, different things like that. Some who have partial parenting, I think that's the term. Or partial custody. No, that's custody. Parenting. Partial parenting. And you know, at the end of the day, it's like, you know, people need to kind of see each other, you know, have family. And he was basically told, hey, you're not allowed to see your kid anymore, basically. Because that could have been scandalous too, him going like around places, like, whoa. Okay. Let's rewind a little bit just to kind of get a little bit more sense.
There's nothing. I loved your...
He did say he loved it. He stopped at it, but he said he was gonna say he loved it, their mother, right?
Yeah. So
he stopped.
John, Misha, I did a terrible, terrible thing. For terrible reasons. I let fear and ignorance and, quite honestly, hatred keep me away from you and your beautiful, beautiful mother. And I've spent the last 26 years in complete...
Oh, you could just see the pain.
Misha's face. Yeah.
She was just about to punch the stove. But damn.
Mother. And I've spent the last 26 years in complete and crippling shame. And it is still a drop in the bucket of the immeasurable amount of pain I have caused each of you. My wife learned of your arrival, Misha, and demanded that I cut you off completely. I tried to reason with her, but she threatened to expose my infidelity and my illegitimate children.
Oh, shit. So it was the wife saying, hey, you don't say shit. And he was just blackmailing him to basically ruin his career at this point. Because probably at this point, he was in peak Jerry Springer, right? Getting the numbers and stuff like that. And, or it could have been during his politician days too.
Who knows?
The
math is not. I don't know the math of these kids, so I have no idea.
Like, we can look,
and I don't really know a lot of his lifetime. But I'm like,
well, like we could
timeline.
We could do research, but we're not. This is not that type of show. We're just speculating and stuff like that. We're reacting. But it's one of those things where it's like, wow, like this situation happens in normal people's lives still, where people have other like love children, or some people call them accidents, and you're just and it's just it gets to the moment where like some people just like, you can't associate with your child or you'll be exposed. Like how would you feel?
Sucky, shitty.
Okay, continue. Let's rewind a little bit.
but she threatened to expose my infidelity and my illegitimate children. And I was such a coward. I'm a coward even now for making this video instead of making the effort to meet you.
Oh shit!
I'm ashamed.
So did he?
Never met them.
Wow.
He said he was there for their births, and then he literally was out the door. Fuck.
And
All because of a
disappointed
vicious woman.
myself. I didn't know how to stand to my truth and stand up to my wife. I did, however, manage to stand up for you, John and Misha.
Ooh.
While Joan kept me away from you with the threat of exposure, she did not keep me from providing for you.
Oh, okay, that's good.
You see, I told her that if I had to accept a life without you, she would not get a red cent of my fortune, and that you would be named equally in my will.
So his wife did got shit.
Yep. For sure.
You know, commendable. I'll say that.
Yeah, I'm glad he's at least helping. He helped at least in some way. It's child support in another direction, but yeah, I hope it helped the mother of his two other legitimate children.
Because originally when we read this, like just read the thing, it's like we thought, this is gonna be some spicy shit.
Now we're seeing drama. We see drama that he was telling basically on TV when we were growing up.
Exactly. I thought that's what we were gonna jump into, but it's a little bit more serious. But you know, sometimes we just get into these serious moments and we just like, you'll be surprised.
Bruh.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like that's good on him. It sucks that he couldn't do it in his younger days and he missed out on a lot. But you know, his last efforts at the end of his lifespan. Let's continue then. It's almost over.
Of my fortune, and that you would be named equally in my will in the event of my passing. But with everything going on in the world right now, I realize that I have to go a step further.
Oh.
Jordan, Megan, I leave our home here in New Orleans to you to do with whatever you want.
That's his two
First
kids.
children.
First two children.
The
ones on top. The ones
like
on top.
legitimate. On the two top. Yeah, the legitimate kids. Essentially.
Legitimate kids. I like how the the lawyer he has it all written down.
He's like, oh god, I'm waiting for this to come apart.
The thing is, like, it's probably been his lawyer for a long time, and he's like, since it's a video one, it's a little weird and funky because they probably have it all, what is the word? Not translated, transcribed. So I'm like, okay, this is what he's saying. So like, all right, hopefully he doesn't misspeak or something. Like, this is what he. Okay, let's go back a little bit.
Jordan, Megan, I leave our home here in New Orleans to you to do with whatever you want. The rest of my estate, my properties in Mississippi, Georgia, South Carolina, my bank accounts, investment portfolios, all liquid and intangible assets, everything, all of it will go to my children, John and Misha.
Holy shit!
Damn, they're just him. Billionaires overnight. Literally. How would you feel if somebody told you, hey, I'm liquidating all my assets and you're gonna get a huge chunk of it? How do you feel?
I would feel,
how do you feel?
Fantastic. But here's
their
the thing.
faces look shocked, like they just jaw dropped.
Oh no,
their eyes showed it like, what?
I'll rewind it because holy shit. Now,
and
reverse.
the top daughter, Jordan, I don't know who it is, Jordan and Megan.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, dude, look at that. I'm like, oh my god, her face.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. The lawyer, where is that? The lawyer knows. The lawyer knows.
Yeah, when he's like dropping his head, like, oh god, this is gonna be to drop the bomb, and then we're gonna hear this fight of a lifetime.
So, holy shit. Now, here's the thing. Those two must be pissed.
Oh fuck yeah! New Orleans is the only house. I mean, granted, they could make a great fortune if they sell it in this market right now.
But
split it down between the two of them, then they have a little bit of a fur, I guess you could say.
They might be already well off, you know.
True.
But
to have the name Springer attached to your name. Oh yeah, I'm related to Jerry Springer. That is my father, Jerry Springer.
Okay, so let's rewind it. So I kind of want to see their faces, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
China, My bank accounts, investment portfolios, all liquid and intangible assets, everything, all of it will go to my children, John and Misha. Girls, all your life I've been telling you to make your millions, and I hope you have. If not, you can always sell the house and split the profit. But my entire estate belongs to John and Misha, and it is up to them to do with it what they will. It is truly the least I can do, as I and this country have failed you. And hopefully one day, America will do what's right as well.
He just took a swig. That lawyer just like, I need this one. I need this
I
one.
need a drink.
I need a drink. Because the thing is, we don't whoever leaked this, okay, but yeah, because we probably
I bet
won't.
you 100% one of the girls did it.
Probably
One of the girls just to get some money out of it.
The thing is, like, we probably won't, unless we really deep dive, we probably won't see the full aftermath. But just overall, that's true. It's if that's the last thing he does for his two kids that he was never around, that is very commendable. And
yes,
a lot of people say it's like, so there's a couple celebrities out there, like, they tell their kids, hey, I'm not leaving you shit, you better start working hard.
Well, like just Bill Gates said to his leaving shit to his kids. Nothing, not a zilch. I mean, he did tell them make their millions. Go ahead, and I hope you've done it. I mean, child of his wife doesn't look like she's too shocked. It's just like, okay. And the other one who's like, oh my God, flipping out. She's like, shit, what? Are you kidding me? I'm fighting this. And the other two are like just flabbergasted, jaw dropped, like, oh my God, I just inherited a whole lot of money. The dream joke that we always talk about, inheriting a lot of millions.
Oh yeah, this basically happened. I wonder, my other question is, I wonder if they knew their dad was Jerry Springer.
I don't think so, because they didn't know who this person was. Well, I mean, I don't know. They knew who he was, but they didn't know that they were like related to him. I wonder if these people will change their last name to Springer after the fact.
No,
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I and this country have failed you, and hopefully one day, America will do what's right as well.
Why is she smiling?
She's crying because
she's surprised.
Yep.
Okay.
My father?
What a prick!
Oh.
Unbelievable.
This is a lot to process.
I guess Black lives really do matter.
What? Okay, sure.
Seems so.
Did she say? I didn't hear it.
She said, so Black lives do matter.
I think we've always known about that Jerry Springer. You're like, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I could. I'll give her that she's in shock. But that's okay, sure. That's the
most random shit ever.
That's a random statement to make. Just like you just inherited a bunch of, like, sure. I don't know, because yeah, they're in shock. Definitely in shock. One. Well, this is when they're learning that's their father, because that's what it sounds like, right?
Mm-hmm.
So find out your dad's Jerry Springer. Two. You just
inherit a shitload of money.
And then the other sister gone.
What a prick! Why? She should have seen this coming. I mean,
so yeah, we'll find out a little bit more. I'm glad there's still a little bit more time, so I'm glad we're getting a little bit more information. Hopefully it won't end too in a cliffhanger, but yeah, like this with maybe not this large amount of money, but this happens a lot. Not as a lot, but it happens. So, but yeah, that's crazy. Let's find out. Let's kind of see what's happening here.
I guess Black lives really do matter.
That quote just
seems so, Miss Williams. Seems so. Let's get down to business, y'all, shall we?
Okay, that's kind of it right there. Give me 1 second, everyone.
Prick.
So,
Wow.
overall, that situation, crazy.
What do you do with that situation? I mean, like, okay, I get it. One daughter's angry, the other one's just in shock and can't believe it. Oh my god, I did get nothing.
Because she was probably banking on the.
I think, oh yeah, those girls were definitely hella banking on like, oh, my father's leaving me a bunch shit ton of money. I don't need to work for my rest of my life. I'm gonna act like it, but I'm not gonna do shit.
Because okay, let's just okay. This is never right. Let's see what was Jerry Springer's net worth.
I thought it was up in the millions at least. Billion, close to billions. Well, he's got several properties, so we're looking at a lot of money.
This is estimated. Internet's never right, but he was estimated to be net worth of 60 mil. So we'll take we'll say 30 million split and whatever.
I wonder what they're gonna do with all those properties now. Look at they inherited like Mississippi and whatever other locations.
Oh yeah, he probably. Dude, is there any news? How many children did the host have? Oh, they're talking about it. They're talking about it. Yeah, everyone's talking about it. Here, let me post this article. I guess I didn't see anything about this. So, it's... Oh, there's his wife. Interesting. Left everything to his biracial kids. No, keep rolling. Everything into kids. Oh, TikTok. It had to be TikTok. It was on TikTok.
Of course.
Oh, actually, you know, this is perfect. We can transition to that story next after this. The video went viral TikTok when many comments reading you mean Jerry had a real life Jerry show situation. Yeah. He was living his own secrets in his TV shows. Oh, imagine that, because every time he revealed shit, imagine how he felt. I'm like, oh, there it is. They even have his net worth, 60 mil. Yeah, everyone's saying 60 mil. But boy, that is crazy. That is a wild situation that is kind of hard to deny. And you know what they just kind of have to handle this. So like I said, we won't get.
Did he only have one kid named Katie? I'm so confused. How many kids did he have?
Maybe one was staying off the online space, because there's a lot of people who they can stay away from being on the being offline. Like, people can pay shit to like, hey, yeah, because it says here he only has one child on Wikipedia.
Oh,
but we know from that video that he had 2, and then we found out he had 4. So one probably paid to like wipe myself from the internet, keep myself away from all that.
Yeah.
Oh, he was in office 2 times. Interesting.
I heard about that. He passed away, of course.
What else? Anything important? I'm trying to find anything important here in his Wikipedia page. Yeah, Wikipedia says he only has 1. They'll probably update that to have 3.
4, technically, right?
4. Yeah, you're right. My bad.
Katie wasn't involved, so Katie wasn't on the call. So I'm so completely. Does he really have 5?
Wait, did he have 5? Was Katie?
Katie was never mentioned in the will either.
Was Katie not one of those two girls? No.
Was it Jordan and Megan?
Oh, interesting. Oh.
I don't know if this is a hoax or faux pas.
This is a very.
I'm so confused. I'm so tripped right now.
That is a conspiracy there. Wow. Yeah, because we didn't hear Katie at all. That is wild, actually. Think about that. Yeah, this one, there's probably going to be internet sleuths all digging into this one for more. But damn, that overall Gary Springer moment for sure. And to say the least, you know, he rest in peace. He kind of left his final mark. He did a Jerry Springer moment at the end. You know, I'll commend him on that. And I feel it's the least he can do for his two kids that he was never around for. I'll say that. And I'm in the same boat that you can't all fully ride on your parents' coattail forever. You have to do something for yourself. Like they are a lot of people are there to support you, to help you with chances, ability. But at the end of the day, you just can't be forever like dependent on them. Like you should try to make something worth yourself.
Yeah,
and not
exactly.
not use your family name at the end of the day. You should make something of your name. And that's the boat I'm in. You can be different. So I think in this situation,
maybe.
What you go? What are your thoughts?
I agree with you 100%. No, if you do walk into a little bit of wealth or get a little wealth from your family, should manipulate it and grow it for your children. Suppose that too. If it helps you get out of debt, great, go for it. Get yourself out of debt. I mean, honestly, but again, you can't be reliant on your parents to provide you everything even after death. So, same.
So yeah, overall, you know, hopefully that whole situation gets settled smoothly. It doesn't sound like it's going to, because whoever quote leaked the call, definitely, I think. No, it wouldn't have been the one who left the call, because then the video recording was gone. So yeah,
Maybe it was the lawyer. Who knows? Maybe the lawyer wants a little money action out of this shit.
Bro, yeah,
I know he got his piece out of this shit.
Yeah, for sure, he was trying to take some swigs on that thing.
He was like, "Oh God, I can't wait for this to blow up. I'm not ready." I don't know why some people become like lawyers, basically, in essence, but some people are cut out for it, and that guy looked like it was halfway not cut for it.
Yeah. All right. Let's we're getting close. That story took a lot of our time, so we're just gonna be jumping into our finale. Just because I'm surprised that took a lot, but I think that had a lot of introspect. We really we did.
Your sister wanted a reaction from us.
Yeah, definitely.
She got it.
She better
watch it.
So overall, yeah, definitely we got our view out of it. Definitely, it is a moment. For sure, it's crazy. It's and just it must have been tough overall. You know, you couldn't do anything because you would get basically your life career ruined. And that, you know, money and property, all this can never feign from the potential of have had a their father figure around, when it sounds like he wanted to, like, honestly. And we don't know Jerry Springer personally, but It sounded like he wanted to be, and
Want to be there.
and that's kind of the hard truth of some people. And yeah, well, I think that's it for that. So everyone, we're just about to get to our final segment of the show, but don't forget to like and subscribe, follow, whatever you're doing. Help support us by subscribing or following the podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or any podcast platform. Mostly Spotify, honestly, and YouTube. Double that. Let people know about the show. Word of mouth is the best way to do it. We have a new trailer up that's up when this episode goes out. It should be on Spotify and any podcast platform and on YouTube. Share that so you people can know what the show's about. Simple, easy, and oh yeah, and
How about our merch?
The merch at merch.tyrantdominus.com. Links are down below. But yeah, there's only 2 weeks left for our first inspirational shirt, so make sure you pick that up before it's gone forever. And I think that's really it, right? Yeah. All right, Liz, go ahead and read our
Die roll. What's our dice roll?
number 4.
Number 4. Oh, is that a good number or a bad number? Remember, 4s are not my.
Well,
it could be either way for me.
Go ahead. I see if there's an update to it, so.
Okay, cool. Am I the asshole for embarrassing, quote unquote, my cousin and getting us kicked out of a restaurant? Ooh. I, female 25, don't have kids yet. I never really wanted them growing up, but I figured I'll eventually have the kids in the future once I get my life together. My cousin Sarah, 29, has bad behaved kids from the previous relationship and a newborn baby with her boyfriend MJ, 40. Last night, my mother, sister, Sarah, and I went out to a sushi restaurant, and this is my first time having sushi. After we ordered, I had a hard time using the chopsticks. My cousin started obnoxiously laughing. The waiter comes over and asks me if I wanted the training wheels, quote unquote, which is a little plastic item which attaches the chopsticks and helps you hold them in place. My cousin laughed and said sorry about her. She's constantly embarrassed herself with us.
Hey, I want one of those.
Oh, hey, no, my daughter has one, and it costs like 25 cents, and it's not that bad. It's kind of cool,
bro. Yeah, so that would make it so much easier because I can, like, I can't use chopsticks, but I can mediocrely use them, like very mediocre.
I can do really well with them.
Okay, yeah, flaunt them, flaunt that. Okay, continue.
I'm embarrassing you, Jesus.
Damn.
Bruh. I just gave her the side eye, but put the training wheels on. When it was time to order desserts, her boyfriend MJ finally joined us, claiming that he was busy. She went on to tell him how stupid and slow I was for not knowing how to use chopsticks, and all the waiters and everyone around now know that I'm embarrassment. My mother asked her what her problem was, and she goes on around about how I'm so embarrassing. It's no wonder I'm jealous of her being a mother, and no one wants to have kids with me.
Oh, okay, there you go. Okay, this is where you're.
Oh my God! It's a friggin' damage. Can burn it itself. I finally had enough. I said, I don't have kids because I don't want them to come out like you're rude pieces of shit. And you're calling me an embarrassment? Didn't MJ just have a baby on you with his wife? Your baby literally has a sibling a week apart from her. You probably learned how to use chopsticks by eating his wife's leftovers.
Oh! Oh, wait. Okay, read that again.
You probably learned how to use chopsticks by eating his wife's leftovers.
So wait, is he married?
So he's married. He's got a sibling that basically she's pregnant and having a sibling that's not even that far apart in age. She's what, a newborn?
So wait, she's the mistress.
A newborn, and they have a sibling that's somewhere close in age, like a little older.
So is the sister the mistress?
Yes, she is. Ew.
Okay, continue.
I guess when you're attacking me, it's fine because everyone turned on me. It got loud that manager had to get involved. Sarah was screaming, crying. MJ was yelling at me, and my mom and sister were berating me for being mean, quote unquote. Damn, no, that was great. I give you applause for your epic burns. Those are amazing. Damn. The management brought the bill and told us to please pay it and leave. My mom paid the entire bill. My sister and I a asshole
Yeah.
for embarrassing Sarah and getting us kicked out, and how she's probably going through a postpartum depression. I don't know if I went too far, seeing as she's probably going through the post baby stress. Am I the asshole?
Okay, there's an
update.
there is an update. So just the initial story.
Yeah, but those birds. Oh, I felt them. Oh, hell good. Fuck. I wish that sometimes I had that wit come out of my teeth. Shit.
Definitely, because okay, there are points where you can tease family. There are both.
Yeah, but that was extreme. So there was extreme pointment on that one.
There is a barrier, a line you don't cross, where you can jab each other back and forth, but then there's that line. The second you cross the line, all bets are off, and you're just like you fucked, and you know there might be something to say about what is it postpartum depression. Is it P? Is there a shorter term than that?
Postpartum PPD.
Is that right? We'll just call it PPD.
Yes,
For us,
PPD. Yeah, PPD. That sounds right. Postpartum depression.
Well, if it's not for us, it is PPD.
Okay.
For us, it is. So for anyone, like, it's a real thing. PPD is a real thing. My sister had it. And we didn't get into scuffles. I think I did tell that one story that one time that it happened where me and my sister scuffed it out. And it wasn't as bad as this. It was just but it can be stupid little things that can escalate for sure. But there's a moment, like I said, when you're jabbing with family, jabbing with friends, where there is that line, and if you keep pushing, you'll break that line eventually. So, yeah, this is where things got fucked up. And the thing
Cousins
is,
crossed the line a little bit too much, I think.
And the thing is here now with this situation, you were in public. That's one. You had the entire family in the thing, and those are like two mixed things. Like a lot. But what happened afterwards? What's the update?
Thank you for all the overwhelming responses. I've been wanting to put Sarah in her place for a while now, and I'm glad I did. However, Sarah's mom got involved and is mad at me. Apparently, MJ told Sarah that him and his wife were separating. Sarah found out that he lied because he's secretly stalking his wife's Facebook page and got the shock of her life when the wifey posted a newborn baby and MJ was there for the birth. Sarah did the math and realized that she had got both of them pregnant the week of his birthday. She confronted him and he confirmed it. He also said that she'll have to get over it or he'll leave. So she stayed and now constantly in shambles. Not my problem. Now on to the problem. She kept the wife's baby a secret and only told her mom, who told my mom, who told my sister and I. So they said that they were pissed because I wasn't supposed to repeat it.
Oh,
but I didn't know it was classified information. After like a week, that's everyone talk about.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like there's secrets in families that you just don't say. It's just like a hush hush things. Everyone has them, like for sure. You don't say anything. But it's like at some point everyone in the family knows, and like how long can you keep that quiet?
Sarah's mom, my aunt, reached out to me this morning and said that Sarah's problem with me is that I always said I don't like kids and only a quote unquote horrible person won't like kids, and that I was mean to her about her kids 2 months ago. 2 months ago, she wanted to go to a party with MJ and asked me to watch her kids, all 3 of them, for free. I told her no because they're untrained and I don't feel comfortable watching a newborn, and she'll have to pay me to put up with the other 2. So I guess that's why she's still holding grudges. Jesus. Regardless, Sarah's mom says she was having a really hard time after finding out the outside baby, who technically is the inside baby of as a Sarah's baby is the outside baby, but whatever. And she wants to be apologizing, putting her business out there for everyone. She got my mom and sister involved, so I just called Sarah and apologized. She just said, "I don't care what you have to say," and hung up. Regardless, I held up my end of the bargain. Hopefully, this gets blown over soon because the girl is tired.
Okay, so she kind of she just at the end she's like, you know, fuck it, I'm just gonna apologize because of all the people yelling at me. At that point, you know, how long are you willing to hold your high ground before you're willing to give up? If this was you, like, how willing to bend the knee? How willing are you? How long until you're willing to bend the knee, or would you bend the knee?
I wouldn't bend the knee. Fuck that. No, the fact that she could have dropped the embarrassment part, like, she shouldn't even said that, period. Like, oh, you're embarrassing for not how to use chopsticks. It's your fucking first time going to eat sushi. I think the cousin should know this. I think she would have known this. Like, oh my god, it's her first time. Okay, this is, this role is really great. Blah blah blah. That kind of thing. I am just like astounded. Like she didn't drop it when her lover came into the room and said, "Oh yeah." Yeah, so whatever. I mean, I wouldn't have been the knee. That wasn't dropped. That should have been dropped. The moment there was a one-time statement, go, move on, whatever. I was still kind of pushing the boundary of that, but then to carry on with the conversation with it and like how you embarrassment and put it a whole broadcasting into the whole restaurant.
No, what I'm talking about, her bending the knee at the end to apologize.
No, actually, she shouldn't have apologized because that cousin should have apologized. She pushed the envelope with the comments. That's why I was going with that. So honestly, no. Oh, she shouldn't have bended forward and shouldn't have bended the people. No, she should have stood her ground. She was true to her right. I mean, there was nothing, honestly, secrets are never secrets for long. And honestly, that was going to come out eventually.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a Jerry Springer episode where you bring this kid. I didn't do right by you, kid, but here you are. Here's all your money.
Everyone's voting. Yeah, you learned how to use chopstick by eating his wife's leftovers. You are my new.
That is amazing. That's so good.
Bruh.
I still can't get over that. That's gonna be. I think we need to put that on a t-shirt.
Oh, you're right. Actually, let me save that before I forget.
Oh man. So Brett, am I the asshole?
Okay, so I think we are done for the day. Everyone, thank you again for listening. And Liz, do you have any final moment?
Oh, that was amazing. That has made my day. You guys are amazing. Have a great day. Enjoy the sunshine. The weather is beautiful. I know we're only dipping down in the 70s, I think, this week coming up. I mean, it's all good. Whatever.
Hey, you're
and
talking.
We're gonna be approaching Memorial Weekend. You guys, I don't know if I'm gonna be on. I don't know. What's so exciting? But love you guys. Have a great day. Enjoy the weekend and be kind to each other. As Jerry Springer said, be kind to each other.
Damn. All right, everyone. Thanks again for listening or watching. Until next time. See ya.
Hey.
I swear that I will never leave you. Fingers crossed, I swear that I will never leave you.